The milk signifies enough food. The honey signifies mineral resources. No child of Africa is supposed to be working. We're kings and princes.
Many countries?
78.
78 countries. Like both in and out African, right?
All over the world.
All over the world. 70.
78. 78. In Africa,
Wow.
you got about 54,
Yeah.
except Madagascar. But the rest of the places in the world I'm talking about. Now, what I said to you before, I said education is a scam. How is it a scam? Because I take you at the age of 4. I put you in a kindergarten. When you graduate from kindergarten, I put you in a primary school. From there, you go to secondary university. I'm taking 15 years of your life. You're supposed to be an active footballer, a farmer, goldsmith, coppersmith, silversmith, you can name it. Every talent is in you. So I teach you chemistry, physics, biology. What are you going to do with those stuffs? Nothing. And after 15 years, I give you a piece of paper called degree that qualifies you to work in a KFC restaurant in Europe. How does that sound? So you ask me, I tell you, the JJ Okocha, he went to school? All right. Abedi Pele went to school? Let's keep going. You can call all the stars you know. Shantawale, he went to university for a degree? Well, you can go on and on. All the boxers you have in Ghana, they had a degree? If they had, they won't start early. Because you start training early to build the muscles takes years. Before you can take your first fight, you got to be up to 25. You can't go boxing at the age of 6, they'll kill you. So you got to start early, training the child. Serena Williams, she went to degree school? No, but she's a winner here. How come? Oprah, she went to degree school? Nothing. So now the game is this. Africans got talent. It's inborn, it's in you already. All somebody needs to do is to bring it out. And how do you bring it out? Provide a conducive environment so the person can think under a relaxed mental attitude. He can be able to reason. You understand? So what they do, they make things hard. Now you got foodstuffs going on, petrol price rising. It's not about who's on power. It's going to continue. You know why? The youths are not thinking. Everybody wants to make money and buy a house and buy a car. That's all. You're not thinking about who coming behind you. You're not thinking that. So at the end of the day, you find out that the paper you call money, you gotta use it to go buy fish in the market. You don't want to be a fisherman. Somebody goes get the fish, right? You give him paper, he gives you fish. He's richer than you. Money is not measured in paper, it's measured in the mineral resources and farming. Yeah. Abraham was a millionaire. Why was he a millionaire? Because he had a lot of cows, a lot of cattle, a lot of sheep, a lot of camels. He had farms, so he was not buying things. If he wants to eat this, slaughter one goat, preserve it, he can go on for weeks. You understand? When the coronavirus came, you found out that you were not rich because the banks were shut down and you gotta eat. Even the water you drink, you buy it. Is it supposed to be like that?
No.
Water everywhere. Yeah. Even here, there's water. Yeah. See, Ghana, you pass that tar road and you plant a corn, it grows. But nobody wants to do it. You know why? We've been channeled towards something. We're not reasoning anymore. You understand? So everybody wakes up thinking he wants to be like the next person. Listen, the game is on. Certain things I can tell you, you gotta research it and find out yourself. Okay. But as you do, you keep telling people, that's how people get awareness. You never see a rich white kid going to school. The people you find in Harvard University and Oxford are Africans and Asians. They are the ones that want to read chemistry, physics, biology. They told you human being were from amoeba, we came from monkey. And after 1,000 years, we're going to evolve to something else. How come we're still human? We'll not change to something else. So what are you going to do with the paramecium you learn in biology school? Nothing. Now here you are doing YouTube because you know why? You know there's a career in it. The more likes you have, the more money you make. That's innovation, all right? Now, if you started this thing like 10 years ago, you know where you'll be by now? But you were busy chasing a stupid degree.
That is so right.
So now you need like 5 years of your life to get more contacting what you're doing so you can grow, right? So why didn't you start it ever since? What were you waiting for? Because you wanted to please your parents. They told you you're going to be a doctor. You don't want to be a doctor, bro. You wanted to be something else, but you're doing that to please your family. You understand? So that's wrong. Now, what the idea is, Africans need to wake up. I've heard a lot of people speaking about things going on in the world and all that, but they're not getting it right. They get it in bit by bit. We need to come together and put the piece of the puzzle together. And when we do that and pass it to the next generation, it took one generation to get messed up. it will take one generation to come back. You understand? So you look at Ghana today, where Ghana is in history. Go to Genesis chapter 4, read from chapter 2, read from verse 6.
Okay.
All the way down. You will see Ghana there. But they didn't write Ghana, but they told you something that will make you reason. He said, Abraham, I will give you the land starting from the east of the Nile. Where do they have Nile River in the whole world?
In Ghana.
In Africa.
In Africa.
Yeah.
Is it in Ghana?
There's River Nile from Funtajalo Mountain in Guinea, passing through Aflao.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Of course. Going through Senegal, passing through Gambia, ends up in Nigeria. River Nile. Funtajalo Mountain in Guinea. Go do your research. It's from Funtajalo Mountain. Comes from a rock all the way down, passing through.
Is it in Zimbabwe?
There's another Nile, which is the Red Nile, passing through Ethiopia, Kenya, Zimbabwe, all the way down to Egypt. All right? Yeah. So we have the Blue Nile and the Red Nile. Where the two Nile meet, they don't mix. That's the Nile. That's what you are. Okay? The Red Nile, pure red, not mixed, just like blood. That's why you have, when they say the Red Sea, it's not the Red Sea Moses crossed, it's the Red Nile. Of many gold, the land of many gold. And he said the gold of that, the land has so much gold and the gold is nice. Where in the world do you have the gold? Think, where?
In Africa, Ghana, mostly.
Ghana is called Gold Coast. It was so much gold that it was called Gold Coast of Africa. Then we have Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast. What do you have there? Ivory. What is ivory? Elephant tusk. You see the tusk of elephant?
Yeah.
It's ivory. So if there is so much ivory and you call it Ivory Coast, what does it mean? It means there's so much what? Elephant, rhino. Okay? All of them are seeking asylum in Kenya because West Africans, we are hunters.
Yeah.
We kill all our wild animals, even we're eating cat and dogs. So they all run away. They are all seeking asylum as refugees. Now, here is the thing. Sierra Leone, the heart of a lion, that's what it means, Leon. That's the name of the country, Sierra Leone, the heart of a lion. That means there was so much lion there. So how can I call a place Gold Coast? Reason. It means there's so much what? Gold. And it says in Genesis, the land of many gold. Go to the original map of Africa. It's written there, the Gold Coast of Africa. There's no other part in the world that is called Gold Coast. Only this place. So that means that the resources that is here, you don't even know the names. Now, recently they discovered bauxite, right?
Yeah.
Good. And the names of the next resources, we don't even know. Coal tar, used for making mobile phone, is found in Congo. Yes, everything you have in your mobile phone is found in Congo. You go to Congo, there's no good airport, but they are lifting the minerals every day. You understand? Tons of gold leaving Africa. Where are they going? Asia, America, Canada, Great Britain, and all the rest of them. So, if you want to build a new city, you got to destroy the old one. Where the old city, they are rising. Everything that is used to build there is taken from here. Mali, as you know it, was called the city of Corinth. It was the center of the world. You look at the world map, you see Mali? Mali has uranium used for making atomic weapon. But that's why Mali is not peaceful. So there are sensitive things you can't say. You got to learn to find out how things work. And when you begin to learn this, your messages will make sense. But you need to also move around. Don't believe one thing. Keep searching. You're going to find the truth. See, why is it that coconut can grow here? And it's just salt water. And it's growing right here. Why? But you know, in other countries, you got to take it big and plant it like that. After 6 years, it dies, you remove it. But here, nobody planted and it just grew. Ask yourself that. It's called the land that flows with milk and honey, the promised land. The description of milk and honey is like a proverb. When somebody say, I'm telling you a proverb, it means I'm trying to use something to describe something to you. Okay. The milk signifies enough food. The honey signifies mineral resources. No child of Africa is supposed to be working. We're kings and princes. If your father is a millionaire, do you have to be a carpenter? No, you employ people to do that job. You understand? But when the table turn, you'll be a beggar. You know why? Because you don't even know the reason why you're here. So the idea is for us to go back and search through his history and through the scripture Why is all this happening? And when we get the answer, forget about all the calls we are making Africa Unite. There's only one thing that can bring us back. But that's for me to know and for you to find out. I can't tell you that now.
Oh, I wish you can tell us that. Yeah, how can? How is it possible?
No,
How is it possible?
Very, very easy.
It's very
simple.
easy.
Yeah, but that's not we can talk now. We can talk that later. But I just want you to understand that the promised land, it's not about technology. Listen, if you go to the scripture, it says that the Gentiles will rule until the ruling of the Gentile comes to an end. So anybody that is ruling is a Gentile. I mean, not us. I mean, the people controlling things up there. You understand? First, you had the great Spain, the Spartacus. They were ruling. They were the giant. They were the superpower. After Spain, it was Portugal. And after Portugal, you had Rome. You heard about the Roman Empire. Yeah, after the Roman Empire, it became Germany. Germans ruled. And after the Germans, it came to the Great Britain. All right, they had the Commonwealth of the Great Britain. And after the Great Britain, you have America. You understand? So it's going from nation to nation. It's called a client nation. There's something we call a client nation, a nation that is equipped with military might, food, everything to evangelize the rest of the world. That's where we missed it. Africa had it 5 times. Wow. And 5 times we failed. It's amazing, right? 5 times, yeah,
amazing.
5 times we fail. See, if you go to Egypt, they tell you that the original Egyptians came from here.
Yeah. And also, I've heard a story that says that Jamaicans were also from here.
Yeah, they are Ghanaians. How come the Ghanaians don't know how to eat? There's a fruit here that grows, it's red. The Jamaicans know how to eat it. It's when you go to the mall, the West Hill Mall, you find it there. It's planted all over. It's called achu.
Is it something very long?
Red. It's red. It goes a little bit small, red, but if it bursts, black seeds come out. Then certain insects used to come on it. They call it aki. The Jamaicans call it aki. It's just go to the mall, you see the plants. If I see it anyway, I'll show it to you. The Jamaicans eat it. It's $300. You know that? $300. Yeah. If for you to buy it. The can.
Over there.
Yes.
But here is.
You don't know what it is. It's funny, right? So the Jamaicans eat it, but you don't know. They were taken from here to the Caribbeans. Deuteronomy 28. The warning was there, but we didn't listen.